my setup before the adaptive controller was little things that come from more competitive aspects of gaming, but actually are extremely helpful for disabled players that have limited mobility, because what they do is they lower the friction on the stick movements. Obviously, that's great for competitive gaming, but it's also really great if you're not as strong as someone that is kind of a typical person for your age. And so before the adaptive controller, I did my best to adapt typical controllers, but it wasn't ideal. For me, my disabilities are degenerative and progressive, so I don't need a ton of switches right now, but I might in the future. And so the way I use it currently is with Copilot, where you can use more than one controller at once. But for the adaptive controller, the beauty of this is I hold this on my lap, I hold the adaptive controller on my lap, and I use a regular controller in Copilot, and then I can use the two switches it comes with to replace the stick presses or the lower triggers. For me, I'll be able to kind of keep adapting as I go and keep adding switches as I need it for like my elbow or my shoulders or something if my mobility becomes more restricted with time, which is entirely possible. So my favorite feature of the adaptive controller is probably that it looks like any other piece of Xbox hardware. I don't think people that don't need adaptive hardware understand how big a deal that is, but most of the stuff disabled people have is not designed with the best design principles in mind. It's just to get a job done. And so to have something that's mainstream and looks this beautiful, just like that really got me in the feels. I think gaming should be accessible for everyone because I think gaming is for everyone, and I think it always has been. Disabled gamers have always been around. They've always adapted. They've always tried to do what they can to get into gaming and to stay in gaming as our disabilities progress. If we make mainstream gaming accessible for everyone, that's just going to include more people. And gaming is so important to disabled people. For us, they're everything from our community to entertainment, but also things like pain management, and they help me through the harder times in life. And I think that's true for everyone, not just disabled gamers. I think games can be kind of profound. And so that's why I think that accessible gaming is important.
Well, hey, thanks for sticking around. If you like that one, we've got so much more. Just click one of these babies. While you're deciding, I'll just get out of here.